All right, travelers to the south of Fargo and southeast of Fargo as we go through the weekend, that will be the areas that will be most impacted. Many of us will just see some wind and maybe a few flakes with this winter weather system working its way through on the weekend. Because a lot of us will be doing some traveling, though, across the region, we'll leave those first alert weather days intact. Saturday afternoon is when things really get going. So you want to be where you're going to be as far as traveling region wide. And then at the nighttime hours, things get even dicier. We're going to have areas of snow, ice and thunder region wide. We'll also have some of the worst travel conditions after 5 p.m. And again, south and east of the FM area. A band of heavy snow from the I-29 corridor off toward Duluth, and some icing potential as well, with upwards of 1/4 of an inch possible in some portions of South Dakota into Minnesota. Gusts over 40 overnight, and then it exits as we go into the morning on Sunday. More on that in a moment. For now, it is 30 degrees. Yes, we have clouds at Moorhead, your airport, at the same reading. We have a 9-mile-per-hour wind. It's not too strong at all. Most of the snow showers today limited up into portions of Manitoba as we head into the evening hours, and we're quiet in our neck of the woods with that freezing line right here down to the south. We are in the 20s for Hallock. We have 28 in Jamestown, so nobody's super hot out there, but certainly a big-time warm-up in the FM area and Lakes Country. Here is a look at your hour-by-hour forecast as we go through the evening and overnight hours. We'll have those breezy conditions from the east continuing, but they taper off just a bit. Temperatures slipping only down into the mid-20s as we go through the overnight. You start your weekend off with quiet weather and fairly light winds. It will still be cloudy for most areas. Now, as we head into the midday hours, look at the winds start to shift a little bit. They become more northerly, as we'll see some sporadic precipitation down to the south and east developing midday. And in fact, southern Minnesota, Twin Cities and Point South could see some strong thunderstorms, as we pointed out earlier. Here we go. Hutch's kneecaps. This is purple that you see here. That is the area of some moderate to heavy bands of snow developing between about 4 and 6 in the afternoon and evening. From the I-29 corridor, it will spread up to the I-94 corridor here in portions of Minnesota. If you are traveling, once you are traveling into Otter Tail County is where you'll start to see the impacts of that, the way things are looking. There will be wind coming with the snow, and that will reduce visibility. Now, because there was icing going on, there's also a chance that we could have some accumulating ice that's covered up by this snow band. It continues into the 9 and 10 o'clock hour. We could see some flakes here in Fargo and Point South, but generally a ½ inch or less for us. And that increases pretty rapidly as we go down south. As we take a look at the snowfall potential, here where you see the purples, 4 to 6 inch in a narrow band possible from near Watertown through close to that Wheaton area and in towards Grant County. So the Elbow Lake area, Herman, and then on up towards Brainerd. Just a few flakes here in Fargo with a little light accumulation, maybe up to 1 inch in portions of the Devil's Lake Basin on the far north side. And as we take a look at that ice potential, if you're traveling toward the Twin Cities, in and around St. Cloud, say at Alexandria, you could be running into a thin layer of ice on area roads. That also will be impactful north of the Twin Cities and portions of eastern South Dakota. Hey, look at these mountains that are growing out there in the East Grand Forks area. That's right, they're piling it up pretty high. Kayla, thanks for sharing your photo. Now, planning forecast. Again, the impacts from our weekend first alert weather days, Saturday afternoon into Sunday very early morning. After that, Sunday looks pretty quiet, albeit cooler. Coldest weather Monday morning, and then we warm it up a bit on Tuesday. We're watching for a chance of some light snow as we go into the midweek. That cools us off again. I see a 7 below on there, and you know, that's not my favorite, but you know, it's going to cool off again. We don't really see a big warm up, maybe in the later part of our month here, but otherwise we're going to be battling around this average temperature regime. So
then April, we're going to shoot right up, right?
We'll get back to you on
October.
that. June is coming.
Yeah, thanks, Hutch.
You bet.